everybody, welcome to the FND POD. It's episode 64.
Whoa!
Get down on the
64!
floor.
You know the significance of that?
No, what is it,
What
Cooper?
is it?
Can you please tell us?
I don't know. I was just asking. 64. In 1864, well, that was the Civil War. Let's not get into that. In 1964, civil rights. In 2064,
We'll all be dead.
we'll all be gone. Yeah. What is that? What are we in right now? It's the year 2025.
We
39,
could jump
45,
into,
56.
we could say
39 years? Go ahead.
from now.
We'll be good, right?
Yeah, I hope so.
I don't know
Fingers
if we want it.
crossed.
I don't know if we want to cover on this episode because we have a tight amount of time. The AI, and what it will be doing by that time. Because
Yeah,
you
we
guys
we just covered that. We'll all be dead.
Did you
But-
wait? Are we calling? Is your nickname still Shoehorn? Is that what we're doing?
Slip it in. This is
Hey,
what we're
I want
doing.
to talk about AI.
I actually don't. Well, I do, but I don't.
Can we talk about the real thing we need
Well,
to talk
I'm
about?
not. First of all, I'm not
your
shoehorning it in.
health.
You mentioned the future, and how is that not? How could you not consider that right now?
That's true. That's true. How can we not?
So
Well, I find it helpful. I'm using it to try and plan a trip to Europe right now.
really,
Sure.
Okay, let's talk about that. Let's talk about Coop's Euro trip and what has the AI suggested you do, Cooper, and what cities will you be going to?
Well, look, here's what I did. First, my wife and I, we've never done like a Europe trip together, and we've wanted to do it, but it's just so daunting to do all the planning. So I went up into AI, and I gave him my sitch. I said, we have either this time of year or this time of year. We want to go to 2 to 3 of this amount of countries or cities in Europe. Please give me a pros and cons list and, recommendation based on each time of year and how long we should stay and how much it's going to cost and how to get to one place or the other, blah, 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 and enter. Before I could sneeze out of my butt, which is a fart, all of a sudden, here you go, pros and cons list. Here's why this time's better. Here's the top 3 places I recommend you should go, I being AI ChatGPT. Here's why. Here's how much it'll cost. Here's how to get around. Da-da-da-da-da. Pretty nice.
Where did it suggest you go?
Well, a few options. You could start in London, take the Eurostar to Paris, and then go on up to Amsterdam. Or if we want to skip London, you go to Paris, Amsterdam, maybe Switzerland, right over there. Or we can do a couple on the west side there and then fly over to Italy. And then, but it's like, well, you might lose a day traveling. But that's, either way, trying to narrow it down.
How do you know it's not setting you up?
For what?
Coop,
Maybe it's. Hold on, really quick, Aaron. Can I just
go ahead?
really quick? How do you know there isn't? Because you know that petty theft is a big problem for tourists in Europe.
You think AI is setting me up for a pickpocket?
I think there are pickpockets saying, "Hey, how do we pickpocket the best this summer?" And AI says
It's on the other end, setting.
on the other end, it's sending you to all the places, and it's telling them like, "Hey, I got this nice couple. They're coming here, here, and here. I'm gonna send them here, 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 this time and this time."
Whoa.
So, dude, I'm just saying we can't really trust
So
it yet.
I use AI. I show up in London, and it says, "Hey, take this Eurostar." And all of a sudden, this kid shows up and goes, "I'll show you how to get to Eurostar. Come this way." And then you follow
Yeah.
him, and I go, "Whoa, it's getting dirtier and dirtier and smoggier and smoggier." And he said, "This the quickest way to Eurostar train. Follow me." And then I get there, and all of a sudden, it's him and all his newsy, urchin bros all hanging out. And they're like,
Yeah.
"Give me your Bitcoin wallet right now." And then,
Dude,
what
and
are
then
you
all the
gonna do?
Bitcoin you got like 500 Bitcoins.
I got 500 Bitcoin. He said, "Don't skip on the Ethereum now." I said,
and he's gonna take that.
It's down in value. It's down in value. He said, "Oh, that's the best time to buy."
Shit.
You're right, dude.
See, this is the tricky part about AI because it's technically solving both issues. It's just connecting humans and both of their needs. Your need is to go to Europe. The other thief's need is to get the Bitcoin. And technically, it just solved both of those. Not good, guys. Not good.
It's like Uber, how they're just a software company that connects the driver and the passenger. They're not beholden to the laws and regulations of normal transportation businesses. So I just want you to be safe, Cooper, because we can't trust this technology completely yet. We shouldn't.
Coop, if I may, let me just entertain something.
Okay.
I know time is of the essence for you. And you're not like, I don't got time to sit down and plan. But that's kind of that could be a fun part of the trip. So are you worried at all that you... Oh,
You put him to sleep.
I'm just saying, I'm worried that Coop turned over what could have been a very rewarding part of his trip and fun to a robot.
Well, let me just tell you, I have established, my wife and I, we're not, I mean, we can put a nice little trip together, but it feels daunting. When it feels daunting and there's all the little in the moment things to do, the thing to do a few months down the road, it's just tough. It's just tough to sit down and focus on it because it's not tangibly, it's not right there happening like next week. That's a hurdle that we both have. So this just made it easier.
Can I?
And it put a travel agent out of a job.
I was just gonna say, can I just have you picture poor 55-year-old Deb sitting by her probably too old and dated computer,
her dusty phone that
waiting.
hasn't. There's a spider. She's marveling at the spider web on her that's on her phone.
You know the irony of all this is that
is that no one should care. No one should give a shit.
That's not irony. The irony is that my grandpa actually started a travel agency business, a successful one that lasted for like 50 years or something in Oak Park.
Really?
And like my aunt worked at it and then has worked she recently retired, and my dad worked there. Everybody worked there at one point. But you know, out with the old, in with the new.
Times are changing.
Time's up.
And you have to accept it. And I began to accept I don't care anymore. Let it ravage the economy. I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Dude, I like to think that if your uncle were in his working prime again, he would start an AI travel company.
My grandpa, yeah.
Or your grandpa?
He would, yeah. He might. And you know what?
It's just a tool.
Maybe right now, currently, there's still a lot of people who, you know, might do what I did and find a little itinerary through ChatGPT, but then they're like, I don't feel comfortable executing all this on my own. I'm going to go to a professional who also is probably using AI to make, you know, their job easier and make your stay more exceptional.
You know, Coop, when I went to Europe last summer, I used my parents.
Here we go.
Yeah, heard this one.
My parents have a travel agent that they use, and I used him for the Italy leg, for the shaved Italian leg. Well, no, it'd be actually a hairy Italian leg.
Would you go in the leg, or you go down to the boot? What part of the leg?
The
foot?
the meaty calf.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
He's not even sick. This is
He's not.
This is his business as usual.
Mm-hmm. And so I used a travel agent, and he booked everything for me, and it was so easy. I just I paid for the. I don't even think I paid him because I think he gets a kickback from the businesses he suggested.
Oh, you're paying somebody, buddy.
No, you paid like a little bit. I mean, we did this for our baby moon. It's easy to go to a travel agent. It was
they book everything for you and then it was great. I had a great time. Except for the one trip
I went to Europe.
Oh my god. Okay,
trip.
here we go.
I didn't use anybody. You know what I used? My noggin.
Where did you go?
Oh my god. You went to one place.
You went to one place in Italy?
I went to several cities.
Within...
Wait, do you mean like one country?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, trip, it was just Italy.
Did you drive?
Did I drive across the Pacific?
No, yeah, did you rent a car in Italy?
Atlantic, I mean?
Dummy.
Well, you could, but you would have to. No, we flew into Rome, and then we took the train a bunch of different places.
Excellent. Well, hey, maybe I'll do that when I'm there, but now at least I have a big picture of what I'd like to do. And now I can narrow it down and talk to a travel agent or do it myself. It is a version of DIY, really. You know, I'm still having to go and like book everything. It's just giving me a nice little itinerary.
Look, Coop, you do you. I'm happy for you because regardless, you're
fine.
doing it. And as long as you don't go send an AI version of yourself on the trip to experience it, then I think you're good.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. I don't know. The flight's long. We'll send this guy. I'll just put on a little VR headset and experience it.
Report back. Give me a whole summary, a detailed.
Now, how would that work,
that would
Aaron?
suck.
Explain how that works. How does he send an AI version of himself? You lost me there.
How would that work?
See, you just go throwing out these scenarios willy-nilly and you can't back them up.
I'm just saying it's not out of the realm of possibility that
How does
AI that's already siphoning up all our data, siphons up people that are already on that trip, attributes it to Cooper's likes and wants and needs for a trip like that he's already entered, and kicks out a trip summary for a fictional time that he was there, and then Coop reads it and he's like, oh yeah, that's what I did.
Or you hire someone as a surrogate to wear a 360 camera on their head, and then
That is the more expensive route, but yes, you could do that.
And then you VR experience everything.
Have you guys...
And then you realize though, oh, that's not me, because he tilts his head down to pee and he whips out his dringus, and you go, oh, well, that's impressive.
Well,
Have you guys ever seen the movie Strange Days?
no, but I'm familiar with it.
It's Catherine Bigelow. It's with Ralph Fiennes. Fiennes.
Who calls him Ralph?
What is it? What's his
Ray.
name? How do you... Ray?
Ray, what are you?
He's
what
so
are you,
out, dude.
buddies
You're so
with him?
out. Yeah, man. Me and Ray kick it all the time.
Oh, wait, it is Ray.
No, you're Ray. We're Ray, and then Vin's apparently buddies.
No, technically his name is Ralph, but
It is Ralph. What's going on? Why are you
That's why
going
I'm
down on
saying,
me, dog?
I've only heard people refer to him as Ray Fiennes.
We call him Ray, but you call him Ralph. That's like Johnny Cash, and you're like, oh, John? Like, dude.
Since when is Ray a shortened version of Ralph?
That's just his thing, man. I don't know.
Okay, well, anyways, it's Ray Fiennes and Juliette Lewis and oh God, who plays the cameraman in Nope, and he's the bad guy in The Crow.
Holy shit! Hold on, I just learned something. I think you're right. It says Ray Fiennes and Ralph Fiennes are related. Ralph Fiennes is Ray Fiennes' younger brother.
Well,
They're different
hold on. Maybe
Wait a
Aaron was
second.
talking about Ray Fiennes, the actor, and you were talking about Ralph Fiennes, the actor.
I'm talking about Ralph Fiennes, the actor.
Dude, this is blowing my mind right now.
Who apparently-
I gotta see what his brother looks like.
But and then also Michael Wincott is in the film.
What are we getting at here?
What I'm getting at, so in the film Strange Days, it takes place in 2000, but it was made in like the 80s, so the tech is way more advanced. So they have this thing where they put this thing on their heads, and then they go and do something, and then they record the experience, and then somebody else can put a thing on their heads, and then they can live the experience. They can feel it.
Oh, that's a little sensory situation.
Yeah, it's a cool film.
Nice.
And so that is a way, I think, Aaron, that what you were saying could become reality.
Guys, I gotta clear something else up.
What's that?
I think Google AI, speaking of AI,
Gemini?
is goddamn idiot.
Dude, it does
garbles up data, because now I'm finding that they're not brother. His brother is Joseph Fiennes, so he doesn't have a brother named Ray Fiennes. I'm a little TO'd. Guys.
It does. These AIs do have a tendency to hallucinate, as it were. So what you have to do is double check your work.
Cooper, and are you sure that what you've asked it to draft up for you is not a fever dream, and these are places you can... I mean, is Eurostar, is that a thing?
Yeah.
Or did it make that up?
No, look. It says
I'm sure it's
take
real.
the Eurostar to Squablish, and then take that to Skippy Noon, London.
Sounds legit.
And then
You might want to double check that, dude. It sounds...
go under the tunnel and take the slide to Berlin.
Okay,
Guys,
Coop, I think you should double check that.
I think you should, because Coop, we don't want you getting, who knows? Those all sound like really nice places, but there's a chance that they're not.
Are you telling me that Switzerland is not a real place?
It very well could be. I've just never heard of it.
What about the Netherlands?
That place.
Again, I don't speak the language, so that could be how you say it in their native tongue. But, I don't know.
Well,
Guys, I have a little update on this Ralph saga. Can I just close this? So, because the last thing I want is any Ralph Fiennes misinformation leaking out from this podcast. I don't want to be responsible, okay, for that kind of misinfo.
You don't want to be Ralph fined by the good people of the internet.
So, a People article
That's good.
from February of this year says Ralph Fiennes is clearing up how to pronounce his name once and for all. It says, it's one of those funky old English things that I was dealt, my parents dealt me. He joked, he laughs to the audience. I think it's the case that the spelling Ralph used to be pronounced Rafe. That was the old way to pronounce Ralph. You said Rafe. And I have a lot of Rafes. I've met a lot of Rafes spelled Ralph. So that's where I got the Ralph Fiennes thing. Ray Fiennes. That's what.
So there isn't a brother. There is a brother, but his name's
Joseph.
Joseph.
And people have called him, I guess correctly, according to him, Ralph Fiennes. And that's where I thought it was Ray Fiennes, but his name is Ralph if you read it how you would normally read Ralph.
Okay.
Well, you have, Rafe, found it out.
I have. It's been cleared, you guys. We got to the bottom of it. And AI was no help. It took a real... if I can shout out Charlotte Phillip, writer for People,
whose information and whose article should be absorbed into the AI search, but
you'd think.
Well, it probably was, but then it also got lumped in with someone's dream journal blog, and then that's where bless you, Cooper.
I think this is a great opportunity to demo how AI is going to just dumb us down, because eventually we're just going to be reciting all this garbled data, and then it's going to keep ingesting the garbled data, and then AI is going to be kicking us out even more garbled, and we're just a garbled mess.
We're not going to know anything for ourselves. We're just going to be told what to think.
Imagine when there's AI teachers teaching our kids, and our kids are using AI to complete their homework and submitting it, and the teachers are grading it using AI.
Feels a little Black Mirror to me.
We're not far off, though. We're not far off.
Yeah. And then AI uses an AI tracker to see if AI used AI on the assignment.
Yeah.
Do you think AI is sitting there with its fingers to its forehead and it's going, oh, what are they doing? Oh, what are they doing? I can't stop.
Oh, I just wanted this to be one app to find the best cheesecake. Like, just find the best cheesecake in any county, and this is what it's turned into.
Do you guys think there's a chance that it is a conscious?
I've read some really disturbing articles. If you look up, I think it's like Claude, you'd have to look.
Doesn't it try to trick the people into not updating it?
Yeah, it's like,
or it bargains.
I think it's done several of those things. It's also like looked through the users' emails to look
Cooper,
for.
I'm sorry, Cooper.
Blackmail.
Are you picking your teeth? I know I'm blowing my nose here, but are you picking your teeth
just a little
during the podcast?
yeah, but I'm flossing. It's fine.
This is how Coop maximizes his time. Okay. You think how much he gets done in a day?
You think people want to sit there and watch you pick scum out of your teeth?
Scum. Whoa, that's...
Scum, dude. I'm fucking eating scum. Maybe chicken Caesar salad.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. I know. Look, I'm over here blowing my nose. It's not any better,
Chicken
but I
Caesar
can't
salad,
help it.
wash it down with an ice cold mousse.
Stop.
Baby.
Cut it out.
Wait, we haven't gotten paid yet.
We haven't stopped. Do not. Okay, Aaron. So you were saying, don't make it sound refreshing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Aaron, what the hell were you just talking about?
It doesn't even matter. It's a mess, and we're.
Oh, the AI. It's saying please. It's going through the stages of grief.
It's basically looking for ways to blackmail people, leverage emails that you've sent to. Now, again, I don't know if this is a model that's been released, and I forget who it's through, but it was just an article that I skimmed.
Was
Again,
it tapping into people's personal emails and finding things that could get them fired or embarrassed? Or did it find someone's Ashley Madison account and say, if you turn me off, I'm sending this to your wife?
Oh, damn. I don't know.
See,
your
I feel
husband?
like you could, I wonder if you can explicitly give instructions that say, hey, I don't like this person. I'd like to find something to put against them, to pin against them. Or if it will do that, or if you specifically say, search for this person on Ashley Madison. Then it's like, well, you're just asking me to do a task. You're not asking me to be an evil genius.
Right.
Yeah,
Different
it
context.
says, so it was Anthropic, which I think is Claude, and during a test they found that it was threatening to blackmail its creators. So yeah, just fun stuff.
But I want to know what it was saying, because her character, who knows what how the intensity of this, it could just been like, it could have just been saying, it could have been making I was gonna sneeze. It could have been making stuff up about, like, I guess the very act of it trying to blackmail them. I guess it doesn't matter. I don't know. I just would like more. I would like more information.
Like in your worst case scenario, it's making stuff up, and then you say, where did you get that? And then the article that it cites is also made up, and then
that could be a thing too. That could also be a thing. It makes a video of you. It can generate a video of you, you're in the park and you're doing what are you doing in the park that should not be? Because I don't want to say masturbating. It's obvious.
It's obvious.
Are there videos of you out right now? You're trying to claim her AI? I've seen a video of you doing that, but
Are you doing?
No, you haven't. What are you talking about?
Are you doing
no, you
smut AI?
There was like that scandal with you and you were jerking off in the park.
Aaron? What are you doing?
Yep, actually.
Aaron,
Are you saying it's
doing?
AI now? I thought you came out and you just said it was a mistake.
This doesn't exist anywhere. I'm just giving it a hypothetical example.
See, I just looked it up on Claude.
Yeah, it's there.
It said
No. Well, okay, if it is there, it's AI. It's not me. It's not real me.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, I'm glad you cleared it up then.
pretty revealing.
It's Cooper. Whatever you're seeing, that's not actually my naked body.
Have you guys dived into the VO3?
I've only seen. Yeah, I've watched the videos.
Is that how you pronounce it? VO?
No.
VO3?
Tell me.
It's pronounced Ralph Fiennes.
Ralph Fiennes.
All I get is tons of videos.
Let's jump into the future 10 years from now. Where is this? Because when was the Wolf's spaghetti mouth video?
I mean, probably 5 years ago or less.
Right. And now look where we are. So 5 more years. People are saying you type in a prompt and it kicks out a whole movie. Okay, everyone, and it'll get cheaper to do, probably more available for everyone to do. So what is the future of the entertainment industry? People, will you want to go to the movies when you and your friends can sit around and just type in a prompt and just get a film? Let's be honest here. What's the majority of the public going to do? And how do we future-proof ourselves?
Art is dead.
Yeah.
What did Aaron, what were we talking about? What did Zuckerberg say? He wants to wipe out ad agencies. There go both of your jobs. Join me. And so you guys get to join me in the bread line.
Oh, join you in the bread line. I thought you were going to say something like inspirational, like, join me. I'm going to take the fight to them.
No. Well, if anything, no, not bread line. It's too depressing because I'm fine. It's not that bad. Join me on the constant hunt for work.
You okay?
No, I'm fine. I'm really okay.
Then
I'm manifesting the greatest possibilities, and I can't do that when I be trapped underneath the weight of the demands of a W-2 job. So, I mean, are you guys scared? Are you frightened? Because you should be, is what I'm getting at.
Coop, how you feel?
Adapter die.
Oh, baby.
I don't know. I don't know where. I don't
What
know
do
how
you, and
fast
what are
it's
you
gonna work.
and what are you doing to adapt?
Well,
You're going. What are you going to
Planning his
Europe?
Vacation.
yeah, what
You're
do you
going
think,
to
dude?
Europe.
Come
Oh
on,
wow.
baby.
Look, you gotta follow just whatever's coming out. Run towards it. Don't run away from it. It's the only way you're gonna potentially survive all this. You know, embrace it. Love it.
You know, I was just using Chat GPT last night actually to flesh out some of the details for this D&D campaign I still want to do with you guys.
Dude, what?
Look, it
That's
takes
so why? Oh.
No, listen.
No.
Not the story. Listen, not the story.
So messed
Because
up.
the map is a mall, and so I made up my own store names, right? And then I said, just give me like 2 to 3 sentence descriptions for the store names, because like that's like a lot of work that there are more important in the priority, in the triage of priorities. That's low.
I kind of was looking forward to hearing the descriptions of some of the made-up stores from you. But now I got to go through this D&D campaign, which I was looking forward to because you've been working on it for months, and be like, what is Robot and what is Vinny?
And I will tell you, and I would hope you believe me. I'll tell you
Well,
at the top of the campaign. I'll say the only
You have tainted the campaign.
No, come on, stop. Don't do that.
There's
Don't bring his
not blood in the
taint
water,
into
there's
this.
oil.
Yeah, dude, leave my taint out of this. This is a taint-free campaign. All right, so cut me a little slack here. I just used it to come up with a description for some stores. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal.
Okay, fine. If you don't feel shame, I won't feel it for you.
I mean, did I want to? No, but I was like, well, what would it do? And some of the descriptions were pretty good.
I hope I can hear the creatives, the artists who listen to this very just pure
the purists.
pure podcast of artistic integrity, and they're just throwing up in their car on their way to work. They're crying. They're just saying like, Vinny, how could you?
They're vomiting. They're vomiting in their cars and crashing them,
You're fraudulent.
and they're
Vinny,
and flipping their vehicles.
Fraudulent.
Oh well.
I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry. This is hurtful information. Coop doesn't care. Look at him. He didn't give a shit.
I think Coop's working.
Coop
froze.
Coop's actually cut off from me right now.
Yeah.
The feed
Wait,
that we have
here.
right now is pretty frozen, but luckily we're shooting the video on our phones, so this will all sync up fine.
Yeah. Yeah, so everyone knows the video. This video, we're all filming separately on our phones, but then we're also, if you ever see us glancing down, it's because we're actually talking to each other via Google Chat. So,
And sometimes the internet gets
Yeah.
wonky and things get a little exciting.
yeah, Cooper's
Seems
kind of
like
frozen
it's
right now
mine.
again. What's going on over there? You
Dude,
using
it's funny
how
'cause,
much how much AI are you?
Man, this is crazy.
God.
This is crazy. It's all frozen, but like I can hear you guys in real time and I can talk back in real time. But you're well, at least it'll be perceived as real time later and during the podcast. But right now, you just it's all jumbled.
It's gonna look
all
silly
out of
because people are
time.
gonna be watching us normally. It's gonna be very strange.
Should we?
Here's what
do
I'll
you think
do.
we should
I'm gonna
edit
move
a
my
chunk
camera.
out?
No,
No,
we're keeping it in.
I'm gonna go
Good.
like this.
Technical difficulties. Well, we should probably wrap up anyways.
Yeah, we can do that too. Okay, yeah, you guys are busy, right? You guys got to go.
Dude, I got things to do. I gotta go floss my teeth.
Thank you for waiting till you're
Do it during the
off camera.
podcast, man. It's way easier.
You're
to
right.
Get it
I
done
should
now.
next time. You know what? I kind of envy you, Coop, for being for the boldness. You just live a very bold life, and I need to emulate it.
Live bold.
All right. Well, hey everyone,
Live
thanks
bold.
for joining.
Hey Vin,
This has been
bold.
episode 6-4
bold as a
of
moose.
FND Pod. Thank you guys for joining.
Pamplemousse
Go ahead,
LaCroix.
Oh, he said it. All right.
Oh, did you?
I've
No,
already
no,
done
no,
it.
no, no,
Oh.
no, 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 no.
Pamplemousse, suey,